this, but I've got to talk about it, and that's just, it is what it is. I might be separating from my partner. I also have fallen in love with somebody else while being in love with my partner. However, that is not the reason that we might be separating. Full disclosure, just because my partner is aware of this doesn't mean that I didn't fuck up. I did fuck up. A lot of shit that's happening right now is because of my fuck ups, but I want to be completely honest about it. I have to be, in order for this to mean something to help anybody else. The reason that we might be separating is because I've discovered that I am polyamorous.
Why do all of these people that got messed up lives always want to help somebody else? Why do they feel like they need to come on social media, which I appreciate, by the way, because it makes for great content and reactions. But why do they feel as though whatever their story that they're telling is going to help somebody else? That is just an excuse so that they can be blabbermouthed and that they can get some visibility because they messy. And this story is already super messy with her saying that she's married to somebody and then she's in love with somebody else and now she's poly. Get the hell out of here, bro.
And my partner might not be. We have been in an ethically non-monogamous relationship for the last year. We both have been exploring our sexuality, and I won't speak on his behalf, but for me, I realized that I am not interested in randomly hooking up with people and then that being it. I'm not interested in having like a friends with benefits. I discovered that I'm interested in connecting with people in a romantic way, perhaps is as another partner, but as a separate partner, or even as a kind of non-labeled situation where there is love and there is connection, and not necessarily an involvement in my everyday life, but the access to that love and the possibility of that love and the presence of that love is there.
All of this is just word salad. And let me tell you what it really means. It means that it's messy. It's messy as hell. And there's so many people in messy situationships and they try to put a label on it. I'm in an ethically non monogamous relationship where I want to talk to other people because I'm poly and they may not, but then we're all also both exploring our sexuality because we're weirdos and we don't really want to take accountability for the fact that we probably shouldn't have been married in the first place. And we've been poisoned with this mindset that thinks that we can go out and do whatever we want to do whenever we want to do it, and then we can talk about it on social media and people are supposed to support it. And I don't even know what the hell is going on here because she's just using a bunch of words to describe the fact that they are messy, they are stupid, and they want to talk to other people and they getting bust down. And the fact that you also saying we're both, that throws that other person under the bus. We're listen, look how people talk. We're both exploring our sexuality, but I don't want to talk about that other person. You just did. You literally just talked about them. You just threw them under the bus with no reservation whatsoever. You just threw them under there. You backed the bus up. You rolled over them, and y'all messy. And again, I don't know why everybody feel as though the worst parts of their lives need to be on social media. Social media is still in its infancy to an extent, right? Which means that we're still learning, we're still evolving, and us that was early into the social media space really were the guinea pigs, right? But what I've learned in my relatively short infancy in these spaces, meaning that I've been on the internet for well over 12 years, 13 years now, what I've learned is that you need to keep the majority of your business to yourself. And just because you jump on here, don't mean that we're supposed to make you feel good about yourself. What you put on social media and what you put on the internet, it basically lives forever. Now, if you can live with that, or you think you can live with it until you can't, because I get plenty of people that reach out to me in my emails or my DMs and they say, oh my God, I didn't know that I was going to say what I was going to say. I put it out to the public, but I didn't mean to put it out to the public. So I'm considering that this is just leaked information. And then they want me to take the video down. And sometimes I will. A lot of times that I will. It depends on how you approach me. But the point that I'm making is that y'all are just messy. Y'all look stupid. Your reputation is ruined. Nobody cares about what they look like on the internet or their reputation anymore. And they're also willing to destroy the other person that may or may not even want to be visible on the internet. And that is insane to me. But Let's hear the rest of her weird poly non-monogamous marriage, but interested in another person because I'm in love, but I don't want to live with him and I don't want to be in a relationship with him. When reality is they probably don't want to be in that way with you, but you digmatized and you just want to continue to have a relationship, but you don't want it to affect what you got going on with your other situationship. So you calling it ethically non-monogamous.
This is something that my partner and I are working through right now. I don't know which way it's going to go. I don't know how it's going to end, but I wanted to bring it to the internet because what better place to bring such a judge-worthy topic to? Just full disclosure, like, he is fully aware of what is happening. We're having conversations about it. We've been going to a marriage counselor, psychologist for a while. What ultimately comes down to is that you can't force somebody to be polyamorous. You can't force somebody to be non-monogamous. It's just a part of who you are. Because I got married, well, I got with him when I was 18 and he was 25. The age discrepancy there means that as I get older, I'm going to go through changes, which he's been a wonderful supporter of. He's been a great supporter of my career as an entrepreneur, as an artist, as somebody who's more than just a mother, to have my own friends, my own life.
Basically, he's a simp and he's been paying for your lifestyle. But let's continue.
And in many, many ways, he's the partner that people would wish for. He is the partner that I would wish for and that I do want to keep. I don't want to lose him as a partner. Ultimately, it comes down to, as I've gotten older, I'm going to be 29 next month, I have discovered this part of myself and it almost feels like a non-negotiable to be who I am. I don't want to lose my partner over it. I love my partner.
The fact that she keeps labeling him as her partner and not her husband shows a lack of respect in gender roles, which is one of the things that opens you up to this liberal, hellhole, demonic lifestyle that they continue to embrace.
Almost always, he's the perfect partner. But nobody's perfect. Obviously, there's always room for connection, and that's, when you have friends, if you have more than one friend, does that mean that you don't love your other friend enough and that's why you need more friends? I love my partner enough to build a form of a happy life. I also love myself enough to be in this position where I'm trying to decide if that is enough. We only get one life. I'm like literally breaking out in hives. We only get one life, and I'm trying to navigate how to handle this in a way that doesn't ask him to change who he is, because I would never ask that. Again, you can't force somebody to be polyamorous. You can't force yourself to be polyamorous. But ultimately, it's like denying your heart, your sexuality.
And to think that these people actually put a camera up to their face and record this in the car, and then they upload it onto the internet after reviewing it and saying, yep, this is a dope video that I think that I want everybody to know about.
Even, in my opinion, to be put in this position and decide, can I live without this? And that's what I'm trying to navigate right now. Again, I love my partner. I don't want to lose my partner. But along with this process and this journey, that is a consequence, a potential consequence of what might happen. And I know people are going to judge me for that because I do have a beautiful family. I do have a beautiful relationship. I have so many things that
Wait. You got kids too? Y'all out here being messy and you got kids too?
I'm so lucky to have, and I feel lucky, and that it might seem that I take for granted. But I don't know if it's enough for me if my partner can't live his full happiness. I'm going to make this a series. If you have any questions that I should start out with, even if it's judgment or judgy questions, let me know.
These people are horrible, bro. They are horrible. They are absolutely the scum of the earth, if you ask me. And they think that just because they say it cute and politely that we're supposed to just roll with it and just ask her questions. Oh my God. Make sure you guys tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Hanley 40% off your first order, 20% off life. Always linking back to the content creator because that's just the right thing to do, regardless of whether I agree with him or not. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace.